Welcome back everyone to another market review for E-mini Nasdaq. Today is October 30th, Wednesday, and we're going to be breaking down the ICT AM Silver Bullet model session. Here I'm on the daily chart for Nasdaq, and the levels that I had going in for the day, I was mainly looking to be long. I didn't like the way the setup formed, so unfortunately I wasn't able to take it. Also, I had some family matters to deal with. But again, back to the analysis, I had this old new day opening gap here marked out to see if maybe price wanted to go up a little higher. We also have the current new day opening gap as well. It seems like it's posing a resistance. But in terms of the long from down here where I had anything, I didn't see really anything. We have this old BISI back here that you could say consequent encroachment of it. But again, it's really old, and I didn't really think that, a BISI, especially from that nature, would be supporting price from there. Also, all this is a balanced price range. You could see the wicks closing in all these gaps. So it's going to be really interesting as to see how we go in for NFP Friday as well. Also, remember, we're still sort of in this choppy environment. You can see this back and forth. It isn't as clean displacements as we once had, for example, back here, or even when we were going down over here as well. And here on the 5-minute chart, my main target was this London high buy side liquidity. As these highs are really clean, retail is going to be seeing this as some sort of resistance. So of course, that final terminus being all the way up here. Also, we traded into a deep discount since we're trading below the 9:30 a.m. open. We also traded below the minute opening as well. So we had two discounts going in for the day. I'm going to show you guys where the problem started, which was that 10 a.m. opening price, how we just went right away up. And we were also going up ahead of that session, which is a bit of an issue for me. I usually like to see, like I always tell you guys, price decline a little more, take that power of 3 discount below that 10 a.m. opening price, and then we can head higher. But as we can see here, like I said before, we took that yesterday lunch low. We traded deep into that discount manipulation leg, tagging out all these sell stops that are below these lows. Somewhat of a low resistance liquidity environment, not fully, but you could almost give it the fact that there really isn't too much obstacles other than some buy side liquidity here and there, which allowed price to extend higher going in for that session. And breaking it down on the 1-minute chart here, I had this minor draw as well. These two minor draws, like I said, my main target was to get above the new day opening gap that we had marked out, but these were my minor draws here. This one first, obviously, being that it's really clean highs as well. Retail is going to be trying to sell all this here, so it's easy buy stops there. And we also have this other buy side liquidity as well. But looking at that 10 a.m. session, you can see right at that 10 a.m. open, we didn't even take a discount, only a little bit here, and then we go right away up. I always say that usually for that ICT power of 3, I like to see us first take some sort of a discount. Like for example, here we were taking a discount and then that macro trade. So any of you who trade that macro from that 950 to 1010, this was actually perfect. But anyone taking the silver bullet model, unfortunately, it wasn't really that great. But breaking down this long, again, we see price first take those sell stops in the form manipulation leg. We see price trade up with a lot of volume. That's what you want to see. Breakaway gap, and then also we treat this wick as a discount fair value gap. Look at the bodies, respect the consequent encroachment of it. Again, I highly recommend you guys utilize these wicks in the proper context, of course. And then after that, we see price trade up once more, another breakaway gap. That's bullish order flow signs, right? We trade up once more again. All this is also a low resistance liquidity environment, so that's something else to note as well. Inverted fair value gap, look at the wicks, respect the consequent encroachment, and then we finally trade up once more, taking out that first target that we had. Order block also right in here as well, and then we finally take that other buy side liquidity. You can see also after that, price just consolidates the rest of the day. It was like I was saying, where you went up early, you went up during that macro, so you can expect the rest of this session to really consolidate and not move much. And if it does move, it might be possibly maybe in the afternoon or even during Asia. But again, I didn't really like any of this, how we just slammed all the way up. We didn't really give price a chance to take some sort of other discount. There's no fair value gap anywhere to here, only at the inverted fair value gap, but it'll be 1 minute ahead actually of the ICT AM silver bullet model. So unfortunately, I wouldn't even be able to take this even if I wanted to. And here I'm on DXY on the daily chart here. And I was looking to be bearish, of course, because if I'm looking to be bullish on Nasdaq, I want to see DXY be bearish. And I had the old new day opening gap that we talked about in the previous videos with this one right here. We also have the current new day opening gap as well, and this older one right down here. Now, again, due to the conditions that we have, like I was saying in a couple videos before, you're not going to be seeing, the proper price action that you would usually get when we don't have these underlying conditions like NFP and elections as well. And you're clearly seeing it here. We also saw it yesterday and Monday. where again DXY is moving in the same direction. So you could see here right at 10 in the morning, it's also going up together with Nasdaq, and again, you never want to see that. Also, something else, I did like how ahead of the session, right up to 8:30, actually, if you see that right there, we were trading up into a premium, you know, above that minute opening price and the 9:30 a.m. opening price. But the problem comes to where we're declining here early on. And you could say, okay, you know, during the macro and everything, we started from right here going up on NASDAQ, but then they both went up here. So this was a little bit wonky. You know, I wanted to see a little bit better price action going in for it. We do see now that it is in a decline, but NASDAQ is just back and forth. DXY, in my opinion, actually looks a little cleaner in the sense where you have a bit of more of a solid close. We have this premium fair value gap right in here. Look how we trade into consequent encroachment, looking to decline, take this sell side liquidity here. But we're really in an environment where with these conditions, it's going to be very, very lackluster, in my opinion. I would say not until either next week or even during December, we might not see better price action. Just because this right now with everything going on and this quarter is, you know, it's just not going to be the greatest. So hope you guys enjoyed this market review. Please be sure to comment down below, like and subscribe. Also join the Discord. It's completely free. It's going to be in the description below, and I'll catch you guys in the next market review. Peace.